Are we on?
Hello, and welcome to the final game of our Valorant season. We are into the finale of the tournament, and we're going up against George Fox University.
Yes, once
again.
again.
Yes, last time it was also a very intense match. During regular season, GFU ranked first, taking no losses, which is extremely impressive. There were only two teams that were even able to win a round off them, and we were one of them.
Yeah.
The other one was Colorado School of Mines. I know.
I remember
right?
them.
That's surprising. So in our last match, the final score was 1-2. It was 11-13, 13-6, and then 11-13. So we crushed them pretty hard in that one time we won. Hopefully we can see a little bit more of that.
Don't mind me. I'm getting stream up so I can look at chat.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't say that we're live yet, so I think that means that the delay is working and that it will tell us in about a few minutes, I guess, when we are live. So until then.
Yes, unlike last week, we have fixed delay, so that is working now. And back to the news on GFU. Their playoff game was against Redlands University. If you remember them, they were quite the tough team to beat. They won 2-0, 13-5, and 13-6. Now, what we have to watch out for map-wise is Breeze and Ascent. But, of course, they also like Bind, so that would be good for us. Funnily enough...
Only we were allowing streamers from coaches. They didn't tell us that beforehand. They needed to.
Yes.
That makes me very happy.
Yes, producers just announced that we are officially at a 90-second delay as per NACE regulations. And I believe everything else checks out.
Yeah.
Any further discussion would have to be through our program director.
Yeah. Which is actually where most of these nerves has been coming from. I mean, obviously, look, it's the finals game. It's the last game of the season, of the semester. It's obviously a very tense game. But I'm also very nervous because George Fox makes me not a happy person.
Okay.
I don't like one. Okay, so let me talk about this real quick because one, playing against them was awful as someone who couldn't be here at the table and casting it.
So we were not casting it last time we went up against
Yeah,
George Fox.
we were on those bikes over there.
That we were. We were watching third person. All we could do was hear. You were able to watch at least. But it was intense. It was a very intense game. Greatly enjoyable. Yes, and we are keeping the observer open.
Like the observer computer? Okay.
Yeah. So we're just getting more news from our director
more
and our production.
I just noticed that the little map banner for the thing is a little bit stretched there. That's kind of cute.
We're doing Haven first.
I think so anyway. I'm not sure.
I mean, that's what it says.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they've actually picked or whatever yet.
Right. We are guests this time, so they're picking first, right?
Yeah. I think. I don't remember, actually. Anyways, you can see chat from 90 seconds ago.
And we're so glad to have you guys here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very, very excited to be here. Very excited to finish the season off. I'm very excited to see how this game is going to go.
I've seen a lot of development from our Valorant team, especially since the last time we went up against George Fox, I do not believe Ferrix was on the team. So we have a surprise card.
Yeah, that is true. And Ferrix, as we've seen in a lot of our games in the playoff season, is actually a very good competitor, a very important, integral, if you will, piece to the team that we did not know that we needed until just a little bit recently, actually.
Yeah, I mean, he's amazing. He blends so well with the team. Communication is on point with everyone as usual. And honestly, he's really good with support, which we need, to be honest. We have so many heavy hitters on the team that support is
Well, I mean, like even
Amazing.
like support as a Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Sentinel at times can be one of those roles that people forget is actually really important to the success of your team. You know, having someone who knows how to do those setups and knows how to defend a site and knows how to play for information, very, very important in managing like how your team progresses through a game, and how like the existence of a Sentinel on your team could make or break how that game goes for you and or your team.
Things
So,
like things are settled, and we might be starting soon.
Yeah. I know that it's practically like futile to respond to chat vocally, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Answer.
Well, I mean, I guess the game is starting like now. Before we were waiting for some more like conversation or whatever, but now the game is starting. I believe we're just waiting for things to happen.
So opponents-wise, we have Jorge, Luco, Bulby, Ace, and Oven Cooker, which I'm pretty sure we're just going to call Oven.
Yeah,
because that's a mouthful.
Very sure that this is pretty much the same lineup that we saw the first time that we played against them. So very excited to see them back at the table for George Fox once again. Maybe you were right, and the first map is going to be Haven, because it doesn't seem like they've changed it or anything like that.
I think it is going to be Haven, but one that we have to look out for is Breeze and Ascent, because they really like Ascent.
Yeah.
And Breeze is bad all around for both of us.
Yeah.
However, that was the map we won on.
Yeah.
But it's still not our best map. So it would be pretty good if we didn't go there.
Yeah.
Bind is probably going to be a traditional pick.
Mm-hmm.
But we might switch to Lotus. That would be fun.
We could.
I do like Lotus.
Obviously very curious in seeing the direction of this game here.
Do you think we're going to have another play by Some Cheese playing the ISO?
I am not sure,
That
actually.
would be fun.
It would be fun to see, but I'm not entirely confident that that is how things are going to go. More specifically, just because of the fact that, like, it's not worth the risk playing against a competitor like George Fox to play on an agent that you're not as comfortable with, that you don't have competitive training in. Cheese has like a lot more agents that he's far more comfortable with in the competitive setting that would probably do him better justice than ISO would in any of these games. But, you know, I have been lurking in the Discord. I have been watching things go down in Valorant channel. The Vandals have been preparing for this pretty much since the last time they played George Fox.
Yeah,
They've been studying plays. They've been studying lineups. They've been studying strategies. They are very, very sure of how things are going to go here.
Mm-hmm. And things being picked right now, it looks like we're going to have Sova, Cypher, Phoenix, Omen, and Breach. Sun Cheese's Phoenix is insane, and
Absolutely.
Kiwi's Breach is also insane.
And
oh my gosh, we have a really great lineup.
yeah, it's actually a very good comp, and a comp that we see pretty often on Haven. It's a pretty reliable comp. Can't go wrong with it. You're seeing something really similar here going on with George Fox. The only difference is instead of Phoenix, they have Sova, and instead of Omen, wait, nope, I read that
instead
wrong.
of Phoenix,
no,
they
it's
have Jet.
literally just the same.
Keep a healthy
Yeah, it's
distance.
just instead of
I'll burn
Phoenix, they have
hot.
Jet. That's what I meant to say. But it essentially is the same lineup except for their duelist.
And we are starting out as attackers, I believe. Yes?
Yes, which is very fun. I really like attacking on Haven, even if sometimes it really doesn't seem like the map is cut out for attackers. It's still really fun to like look at the site and find opportunities to kind of get on, defend site, plant, all that fun stuff.
I believe Haven's the map where
Reload
the
it.
site is like this giant in the stone way. Or is
Hit.
that Lotus? But I thought.
That's Lotus.
Okay.
Yeah, what you're thinking of is Lotus. Although the site on Haven is pretty interesting, because you know you have that there, so gives you a lot of opportunities to play around
Whoa!
it. Okay,
Pistol
Scorpion,
round.
because I just completely forgot to actually ask the game that I'm here for. Finds first blood, though the enemy Omen is going to take a trade. And enemy Sova is going to find another 4 GFQ. Now, Omen is coming in with that blind. But
Last player standing.
Oh,
One
he was gonna
enemy
find
remaining.
another, but get taken out by the enemy breach. GFU taking the first pistol round of the game, of the series. A very quick engagement, very quick interaction, but I'm
But it-
actually...
Probably wasn't the sweep they were hoping for.
Well-
I mean, they only had one
Cypher,
surviving member
stop
of
bugging my gear with
the-
microphones.
of GFU.
Worse than Interpol.
which
Yeah,
isn't
that's
as
true, which is like,
successful.
we were much more prepared for that round, for that game. I'm actually, yeah, very satisfied with how that went.
It could have gone much worse.
There was almost like a teammate from both teams, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean,
Deep.
Yeah, almost. Almost is pretty exactly.
Right there.
yeah.
But now, you know, GFU really came to round 2 being able to play hot, and the Vandals are once again playing, having to play with their regular weapons.
Oh, that was a lot of chaos in a very short amount of time. We've lost 3 players, and they're only down 1, so we are a severe.
Last player standing.
Oh,
Yeah. And, you know, that's kind of what you expect from a second round like this.
I'm gonna run my fist through that Omen's face. Can you even punch a ghost? Who cares? I'm doing it.
Oh, that's.
Yeah. Just watch them do that. That's insane, dude. Anyways, I don't know if you guys heard that.
They
You guys will
definitely heard
in
that.
90 seconds.
They definitely heard that.
But anyways, some
Great,
interesting.
great professionalism.
Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that. We're just gonna let Wayne handle it. Anyways, it seems like the Vandals are once again going for that A push. Finding one taken out by that breach thing there. And Jet kind of dashing out in too long, trying to find one with the Marshall, not being able to though, and ducking back into sight. So now we have the rest of the Vandals playing in long together. Have Omen setting up some smokes, trying to get them blind. Varix finding one on the enemy Jet there. And the rest of the team is able to move on, getting picked off one by one very quickly. It seems like Ace really just has those angles on point, really able to take advantage of pretty much any area that he's playing from, which is definitely to our disadvantage as we're not able to get on the site, but it doesn't mean that there's no hope. At this point, I think our econ should be okay enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, we're going for a different move because our econ is actually not as good as I thought it was. So instead, we're playing for picks. As you can see, most of the Vandals are buying shares, buying light shields, trying to play it safe in terms of econ. Ferrix and Scorpion are buying marshals just to get some extra damage out. But only Ferrix has bought a light shield out of the 2 of those. So it really seems they're trying to play conservatively. Makes sense. It's 4th round. They haven't really won anything yet. Their econ is not looking too hot, and they're looking for some opportunities to just get a couple kills off, get some money, and either lose the round and get a loss bonus, or you know, get some extra money from and any eliminations that they get during this round here. Now we have a lot of the Vandals playing slow, playing into A short. We have Omen looking for the flank in B. But
Nice
Luco
sniper.
is right there in short, ready to take off 2 of the Vandals who were playing down there, making the balance 3-5. Oh,
Make that
and
2-5.
Oven Cooker just out of nowhere
Is it?
taking out blood. This is Marshall.
Oh, that's a Marshall?
Yeah,
Why do I always think it's an op when I see this crosshair? It's a... whatever.
shrug.
Oh, well. I'm not
We still have
surprised.
most of the Vandals looking around the map, looking for more opportunities.
30 seconds left.
Get some kills or any damage out. We were able to find one playing in B, so now Scorpion is going to be holding that. They aren't going to be able to get on the site just yet. They're pushing on through the enemy smoke, but they know if they go through the smoke, they will end just like that. And with that, the round is immediately over as the enemy Jet drops down and uses the Bucky to take out Ferrix.
It is now
It's
4-0.
0-4. in George Fox's favor.
That was definitely a flawless victory. They were prepared at sight. They had the advantage of both height and the smoke. And it was genuinely just not a good setup because we only had 2 of our players left.
That goes
We
there.
thankfully still had the spike, but that didn't last long. If we had, I think we should reevaluate our strategy at the moment.
Right
But
there.
you know, like what I'm
Right here.
strangely happy about seeing is that as we have practiced, so has George Fox. George Fox has obviously stayed on top of their game, made sure to practice their own strats and their own
Right there.
plays, and it definitely goes to show how defender-sided Haven really is, especially when you have a team that is like really good, has really good, can't say the S word, really good
Cohesion?
That's a much better word than the one that I was thinking of.
Communication?
No, but no, cohesion is like mostly it. You know, they work really well together. They know how to play off of each other, and that's really what's getting them these
Right
wins round after round after round. Now, as you can see, most of our banners have fought, and we're able to get on the site. Haven't lost anybody yet, but that Sova
Spike
guard
down
or that
A.
Sova ult is going to take out the enemy Omen, or our Omen here. There were some exchanges, you know, Scorpion finding one on the enemy Cypher, enemy Jet finding one on one of ours. It's 2-2 now in terms of players left alive.
30 seconds left.
On the field, just holding that short angle, looking for literally anyone who could be playing over there. What they
Last
don't know
player
is that they're
standing.
still kind of exposed from a couple different angles, like Heaven there, is just where Sova was playing. But they were also exposed from long, so anyone who was over there would have been able to play them, which
10 seconds left.
Sova was still able to get them anyway. We're trying to get Spike, not really working out in our favor. GFU is trying to put it on site, and from Heaven, Sova Ops Kiwi out. The score is 0-5 now.
Sova and Breach have been really on point
Definitely.
this entire time, really taking out most of our players. Honestly, we're going into timeout now. You guys will see that soon.
But you know, it's what's interesting to see is that their initiator, which I mean, I guess is like the purpose of that role. You know, you want to get your team in. It's like entering before the duelist actually entries, but the initiator is actually getting more participation or co-participation than their duelist, who's 3-3 right now.
Well, that's, as you said, it's not surprising that's their purpose. They're just getting in so fast, so strongly that the duelists don't really have that much of a chance to actually enter behind them.
But what's also interesting is that you can see that the Sova's literally right behind them. You know, one less assist, one less kill. They're really actually playing off each other, as you've been able to see during these previous rounds. It's I like where things are going, even if it's not really playing out in our favor. Obviously, we're having a bit of a rough time here. We're falling just a little bit short, but we took that timeout, as we saw right there, taking some time to kind of recuperate, trying to figure out what our next strategy is going to be going into the rest of this half. I'm sure that we have a plan. As we see, we're going for this kind of 3-2 split into some of our players playing Angel Rod, clearing Rod, not really finding anything. For some reason, Cypher trapped the entire thing, which is really good to see. We have Jorge finding a kill on Ferris.
My ult is ready.
Scorpion is going to find their first and their second with the
Spike
Marshall.
down mid.
Absolutely no
Last player
effort
standing.
whatsoever.
Is in the area.
Oh!
And Luco takes out Abandoned Scorpion. Oven Cooker and Abandoned Scorpion really... sorry, Oven Cooker and Luco
They think they're
were really,
so secure.
really they were definitely the most prominent members in this round. Not
Absolutely.
that any of them are lacking or lagging, but it's...
But you know what? I'm going to blame it on Ping Diff. We're playing on Oregon servers.
Right there.
They're in Oregon. We're in Idaho. We're a little bit further. It's
Yeah.
Ping Diff. It's Ping Diff. Yeah, totally.
That's what the 6-point difference is.
Yeah, it's Ping Diff. Obviously, Sova's just had Peeker's advantage there. Totally.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We already have
We're
shots
already
fired.
seeing some engagement in A, but we're going for an interesting strategy here. Now Cypher planted going A grass, looking towards B, and meanwhile Sova is holding the entire flank on C side. Omen has the bomb currently playing in short, with Phoenix playing up front, just waiting for anybody to play down, maybe pull into short, try and get a kill off of them. Might not be a great angle, as someone might be able to swing him really hard and just like immediately take that, but he's holding this angle right here really good, not playing in an exposed area. Now Kiwi in long is able to find Sova, and it's
Well,
with that one tap almost immediately. There was a great trade going on from different parts of A side, but it seems like A is mostly clear, which is good. Now we do still have Jet not only opping, but having her ult available, which could be a danger to us during this round, but we do have a bit of a ult difference. She's finding one and another in CT, and one more!
We have broken
From
the
Long,
streak.
from Blood, taking the first round for the Vandals in game 1.
Just some recalibrating. That's all we needed.
That's
That
right,
break
yeah.
was nice.
All we needed.
6-1, and it is the beginning of our win streak now.
Well, don't call it too early. Now you're gonna cast a curse at us.
No, that's my confidence. This is my optimism. This is what's gonna happen. We have
say that.
found our groove.
You say that. But
Don't-
you know,
don't make me sad.
the thing is that with a win like that, it definitely resets the mental win. It's not like a half reset kind of thing. But you know, taking a loss streak like that, and then immediately coming back and finding that win, integral to your mental, to your team.
Spike down, B.
For them being able to take more rounds, as we're seeing with more interactions, more engagements between GFU and the Vandals. There was a huge,
Last player
fight that I
standing.
completely missed.
I know
Okay,
exactly.
so what
We're
happened
having
was
that
we went
conversation.
3-3 tie, and then a 2-2 tie, and now we just have Omen against Jet and Cypher, which is really dangerous. Their Jet is very good with their character, knows them very well, and honestly has been doing rather well from behind the scenes.
Cover going out.
Spike Carrier has been killing some Spike, which he did. And he's
running
being
to
followed.
A. Now, now I think as I can hear, I don't know if Jet's playing either just straight behind him, or playing in. No, they might have been playing in B window, which makes sense. You're playing with an op. That's, you know, kind of where you are with the spike in the middle right there. But Volby just unexpectedly turning that corner, being right there, not where Omen can see, and immediately taking him out. They're able to defuse. GFU takes another point for the game.
You know, I can't really hate on that
We
round
are
because at
strong
least he
because
checked
we
the
are
corners.
together. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
I mean, he did.
You can only ask for so much, you know?
I really can. And that was pretty good. He was able to successfully get the spike planted, but he was on his own against two others that really could have been anything. He was in such an open area. He had to protect the spike, and he also was not that good health-wise. So, good job. That was a good stand.
But here we are going in for this 3-2 long garage split. Once
My
again
ultimate
on
ready.
the C side, we have Omen playing garage with the spike. Oh wait, no. Breach is playing with the spike, my bad. With Omen backing them up. And the rest of the team is instead baiting long and following suit in their path to question mark. Luco finds the first kill for the GFU in this round on our Omen here, taking blood out. Cypher was just holding that corner, and it did not work well in his favor. Sova trying to use their ult. Snubcheese finding a quick one, but not finding the other in garage window there. But, you know, we're still having Breach, use their C, find another. The enemy Breach is able to take out Ferrex in garage as well. And with that util usage
Last
from
player
Breach,
standing.
Lugo's going to be able to take out Kiwi, leaving Sova playing long. The last player left on the Vandals team unfortunately being quickly taken out by the enemy jet, but still a good round, some great engagement. We're almost finding where we need to be. As you can see, we're clearing more and more of GFU with each round. We're falling short somewhere in kind of mid-round that we need to catch up on, that we need to improve on in order to continue taking more points before we finish the half, which we're already in round 10.
Yeah, we're round 10 right now. It is 1-8. It's not looking great for us, but you know what? As long as we win at least another round, we could in at least another round in this half, then we could probably tie it up pretty easy. Because while there were a few matches that made me believe that we might be better attackers, I've always felt that we do really well as defenders.
Oh! Okay, so Ferrex, Scorpion, and Blood finding 3 kills in the round for the Vandals. GFU with 2 players left alive. They have been detected. Breach does have their ult, but Suncheese is quickly going to take out Cypher and quickly have everybody go run. Breach, who was playing B, and Suncheese is able, even without getting flashed, able to take out Ace and take another point for the Vandals here. The score is now 2-8. We're in round 11, 1 point away, or 1 round away from half point, I guess is what I want to call it.
From the switch?
From the switch, essentially.
Yeah.
We're finding more opportunities here. We're taking advantage of more angles and stuff that we weren't before.
That was a beautiful play.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Honestly, from both
I wish
teams.
I was able to see more of what happened in the early game when
But
yeah. Well, not even the flashes, just like I literally got to see like spectators and stuff like that. Which, you know, spectating on Coach's View kind of makes it hard because you don't know where the enemy is, so you kind of just have to like guess.
yeah, I mean, if we could see the enemy, which I'm not really pushing for it, I don't care that much. But if you could also point out the plays that they do and like how they hide, it would be interesting. Whoa!
Wow!
Ferrex takes
Ferrex!
Mid-air shot. That was
beautiful. Oh, Kiwi finding one from hell, finding another
remaining.
Spectre God over here.
wow.
GFU does not know who they're playing against.
And
It's 3-8 now.
That was
with
a Ferrex on
finding
Ferrex
the
kill.
last kill on the enemy Cypher. Loving those Cypher dittos here.
It's 3-8 now. Yay.
It seems like GFU will be taking a timeout before we go into this round, which makes sense. They're on a bit of a loss streak. They need time to recuperate, re-strategize.
You'd call 2 a loss streak?
That's what they call a loss streak because that's, I mean, we're taking a timeout, aren't we?
They don't usually get much competition, which genuinely is a compliment to their gameplay and the skill of their players. They're that good. They got first in regular season for a reason. And I'm pretty excited to see what the swap will bring.
I am just a little bit curious about the moves to take this timeout, though, as, you know, we've seen GFU kind of go on these like 2-point loss streaks before, but then immediately come back. So what I'm just curious about like what the plan is here. It's not like they're worried about losing the game, I would imagine. But
I don't know. They might be.
well, I mean, obviously every point is, you know, just as important as match point, just as important as half point. Every round is important in determining how the game goes. Taking a timeout right before the end of the half, though, is a really interesting strat because, you know, as we go into the next half, everything pretty much starts from square one as we go back in the pistol round. So, I mean, I just wonder how they're going to re-strategize, how they're going to play this out.
My ultimate's ready.
We don't really know yet.
Revealing area.
We have Phoenix finally with their ult and moving towards Garage. Now Jorge is finding a quick shot on Scorpion with that pop really hard, but Ferrex finding another one on Jorge, taking him out. They saw one in Garage and just didn't do anything for a second. So at least
I know exactly.
double blinding in Garage, finding one.
Shadows.
Or I guess 2? Yeah, because oh no, Cypher's still alive. Oh, shots. But Some Cheese is going to
Smart
find another
retreat, though.
on Luco, and the rest of the team will be playing in grass, looking at B as their option. This is exactly the kind of time that you want to take B. B should never be a primary attacker when you're playing Haven. When you're playing attacker, you shouldn't just be like, oh, we're going to play B.
Found my wire.
You only really play B if it's the backup site.
No charges left.
A B for
That's-
backup. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
In this situation, that's what it's used for anyway.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
Some cheese finds
unlucky
Omen.
for the enemy Omen. But the enemy Cypher finding one on Sova, and Blood finding the last kill on Bulby, finishing out the half for the Vandals 4-8.
Switching sides.
As we go into the next half, back at pistol rounds once again.
And new defenders.
Yes,
Yay.
the mana has reset. The mojo has reset. We're ready to kick things
And-
into second gear.
Even better with this mentality, we've just won 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
So
After they took a
that's
timeout. And see, the issue, well, not the issue, but something I'm curious to see the Vandals do is a tilt play, if you will. Go for overly aggressive plays that may or may not work. You're taking a huge gamble if they don't work, but if they do, you get in their head a little bit. It gives you some kind of advantage, especially as we start the next half here. We're kind of going
Careful
for
now.
a 3-2
Cage
split.
trigger.
I'd call it a 2-2 split because obviously you have Phoenix back at A site. You've had Breach at A site for a little bit, but it seems that the rest of our team will be rotating towards C side, as that's where GFU is currently pushing right now. Mostly Smoke, Luco finding a kill on
Spike planted.
one of our players that I missed. Bulby finding a kill on Kiwi, but was able to find a kill on Horway.
One enemy remaining.
Blood immediately turning that corner and just getting a
player
quick
standing.
pop on their head. And Some Cheese
Some cheese takes out
finding Omen and finishing out the round in the Vandals' favor.
They had already planted, which made the
Yeah, oh, hit that gritty. Hit that gritty, Some Cheese. You're
Oh.
the man. It's not teabag. It's different.
We good.
we can say that. But
Well,
we
okay, the
should
thing
be-
is, it wasn't on their body. That's a
Cleveland is
little
never
bit
full.
of it.
okay.
Teabagging goes on their body. We were on their body.
Got hit.
Okay.
It's different.
All right.
It's different when we do it.
Okay, I will keep the moral integrity and say we probably shouldn't do that.
Well, okay, maybe not, but
But that was a great win all around. That firefight at the ending was really intense. They had already planted Spike, and it was down to just 2 on either side. Phoenix
This
was
is a nice
down
spot.
to the last bits of health there. It was wow, and now we're into the next round already.
yeah, with a 1-3-1 split. I mean, well, Sofa's playing in backseat. Blood finding a kill through his smoke on the enemy Omen there. A very nicely played kill, elimination.
Right
I don't
here.
know what you want to call it at this point. But it seems like we still have the Vandals relatively evenly split. That's what
Right here.
really makes Haven so defender-sided, is because not only do you have 3 sites, but you have enough angles that are commonly used to divide your team up evenly across the map.
Oh, and Ferrex takes out
Ferrex
Ace.
finding one on Ace. I think he tried to throw his
Cage
trap
trigger.
on Sova's drone. But Seaside is locked down. Cypher tried to throw out their cam to no avail. And the C garage kind of pathway there was
They found
blocked
my
off
wire.
by
Right here.
Ferrex's trap. So, yeah, no movement from GFU. Blood finding another
30 seconds
right
left.
in that same area on Lugo. It
When
seems
he
like
was
people
turned
just
around,
keep
too.
walking right into him. Really unfortunate for everybody else, but, you know, still good for them. We have 2 more players left
Reloading.
on GFU, waiting the push up. Probably not going to do
One
anything.
enemy
They-
remaining.
Oh, nope. Scorpion
seconds
found
left.
him.
Taking out Jorge.
Going for
Cypher.
that. Going for
was
Jorge.
smart.
Oh!
Ferrex just coming around
The
the corner.
disrespect from Ferrex there.
Whoa!
I am here for it.
That was a great shot. It really just predicting that he was going to go around this way and coming around the corner right for a headshot. So
Hey.
close. That was so close.
Hey,
I guess.
And I feel like Cypher knew that Ferrix was right around the corner because
mean-
obviously there was already engagement. They already shot a shot, missed it. They knew going for the plant was a very risky play,
Yeah.
but they still tried going for it, and it did not go in their favor,
I think-
as we saw.
I think enemy Cypher was trying to turn the corner, not angled properly, and thinking that our Cypher was still on the other side, and it just did not work out for him.
Yeah, which unfortunate, but it is what it
Not
is.
unfortunate for us.
Not unfortunate for us. No, obviously not. I love the points that we win.
Oh!
Oh! What happened? Oh,
Engagement
they
from-
lined up for that. That is unfortunate. I saw that angle. Oh, but Scorpion finding. Oh!
But Jet
Okay, so
was
something I
right
forgot to mention is that third round, if you're on a loss streak, this
Spike
is usually
planted.
the round that you buy, so you give yourself
Last
an
player
advantage.
standing.
An advantage,
there.
I guess. in
Just
this
Cypher
context.
against Breach, Cypher, and Sova. This is not looking good for us.
Keep in mind, the rest of CFU has Vandals, which automatically gives them the weapon advantage in this fight here. So unless if we're going to see some crack out of his mind gameplay from Barracks here on that
Love to see
Marshall. With the bomb currently running out of more time, it seems they could not be able to get down, get some kills, and be able to
He might
defuse
be
in
trying
time. He
to
might
save.
save.
That'd
This
be a
is
good
also way
idea.
too close to save because he's playing in heaven right above sight. He's going to get caught in detonation zone. But it seems like he's kind of realizing that. Did
Why
not
did-
leave, though.
Why didn't he leave?
Shrug.
Okay, that was a little confusing.
I need
he
a draw.
He wasn't going out for picks. He wasn't leaving to save, and he wasn't moving. So, I mean, I
Shrug.
guess
That's all I've got to say. But
unfortunate.
as you can see, as what GFU did last round is what we'll be having to do this round in save, which is always not save, but force, which is always kind of a bit of a struggle. It's definitely a huge gamble having to play this aggressive, if that's what you want to call it. We could absolutely botch this entire round or just play really well in our favor, and that's what's really important about these force rounds. It can help change the flow, change the direction of these games, and that's almost what we're seeing. We're kind of seeing some engagement from Omen in a short, seeing some engagement from Jet on a long, not too much else so far, finding that breach in a short and continuing to block off the wall. And the rest, oh, Scorpion finding their first on Bulby in B. People really got to stop playing over there. Haven't they learned now? People are holding those angles. B is not safe to enter.
There is one down this hallway that we spotted earlier, and it looks like some cheese is just waiting for them, but they could have already rotated.
Oh, unlucky. Very unlucky from Breach. Not Breach, but from some cheese there who was
30
or
seconds
Breach was blinded
planted.
and still had that movement diff, I guess, and was able
Right
to
there.
take some cheese out. Now Kiwi was able to find another, and they'll be playing heaven, looking for more opportunities.
Last
Oh,
player
but Jet
standing.
was up there, ready to swing Kiwi, leaving Ferrix once again the last player alive on the Vandals, holding CT all on
And he takes
finding
out
that
Jet.
kill by Jorge, not checking, getting a little bit panicked, not finding that aim control that he needs, and unfortunately just getting diffed by the enemy Sova. The score is 6-10 now as we enter round 17 of the game. Things are looking a lot more up for the Vandals since the beginning of the game. There's only like a 4-point gap. Most of our Vandals are doing a bit better, although the force round did not play out in our favor. We will have to be saving. That will give us a bit of a disadvantage, but hey, I don't know. Maybe some good stuff happens. I don't know.
I mean, I still have confidence we can come back from this, and we could even get tied up.
Yeah.
I mean, go into open. That'd be fun. We have they're lining up.
Yeah.
Nice
Ferrix
work there.
finding one, but Scorpion dropping dead, unfortunately, as he kind of loses that weird battle with like the 3v1 situation that he was in before. We have the rest of the team rotating the C, except for Omen, who is rapping, playing for the flank, which is a really ballsy move.
I know
seeing as he
exactly
only
where
really
you
has a
are.
classic. Now, the enemy Cypher is playing their ult, finding our positioning, which is a really weird move considering that
Spike planted.
it's a save round and there's only 3 of us left. I don't think it was a move that Kiwi made. But a move that was made nonetheless. Kiwi finding 2 quick kills on GFU right around that corner. No effort whatsoever. And Blood finding some damage on the enemy Omen, but unfortunately just gets weapon disc. Like I said, playing with the classic was a really dangerous move, but obviously anything for the save round. Gotta save that econ. We have full ult on the Vandal team here, and the breach ult from GFU could be a little bit dangerous as we try to push onto a site, but as long as we're not playing too exposed, as long as we just convince ourselves that we are the better players, everything will be fine.
Yeah, I don't think we did that play very well. I don't think we thought that through. I don't think we executed it well, and I think we could have done better. And even with the difference, which is very important, I will acknowledge that. The difference in ammunition is extremely important. But even with that difference, we could have done a few things differently.
Yeah. You know, sometimes it just is what it is. Now we have some of the Vandals locking down A site, stacking their... Oh. Yeah, that's where I want to be. We're having a Sova battle right now in mid from Scorpion playing in B site. Seeing the opportunity to take out Sova, but it seems like there's been more engagement on the east side in the Vandals' favor, taking out more of GFU's players. Kiwi is hiding behind this box, holding for their ult, not releasing it just yet. You know, they don't really need to. They know that Sophie's able to detect them. They haven't found anything yet. Using that C ability in a short to kind of block off GFU's movement a little bit. We have some who's playing flank, and even
One
though Lugo
enemy
was able
remaining.
to find one on Blood, Kiwi was able to find one on Lugo, and Ferrex was able to find the last on Cypher, bringing the score back up 7-11. I love 7-11. It's round 19 right now. We still have 3 ults on both sides.
I'm not excited for that Jet ult, to be completely honest. We have another timeout from the GFU team, which is interesting. But you know what? If they need time to strategize, they get time to strategize.
Yeah,
Let's see what's going on in chat.
yeah. They're enjoying themselves.
Yeah, let's...
Hopscotch found a new one-way for C-Long, which I saw Kiwi show to Ferrex in the beginning of, or not beginning, but like earlier on in our pre-round stuff. It was very interesting to see.
Our warm-up things?
Yeah, our warm-up essentially, where, you know, we were just running around the map looking for more lineups and whatnot. You know how it be. And I saw that and I was like, oh, that's a really interesting one-way there. Ferrex playing Cypher on this map is very fun because Cypher is also a very fun agent to play on Haven. There are a lot of fun opportunities for one-ways, for like weird trips and stuff like that. Lots of fun. It's like a playground for him almost.
Yes, but now we're heading into the 20th round. Yes? No.
Round 19.
Yes, because earlier
Let
you
me
said
show you how
19,
the
I
boss
was like,
does it.
wait.
Reloading.
Anyway, it is 7-11. We have a
Get
full
out of my
point
way.
difference, and I agree that is a great place to go.
Enemy spotted.
A bit of a 3-1 split.
Cage
but
trigger.
Since, you know, most of the engagement has been on C, we'll have the rest of the fans up on C side. Ferrex, dodging the ult, but not dodging that E ability, which is F on my screen because
Spike planted.
GSU is able. Oh my God, this ult combo is dangerous.
That was
Lugo finding
devastating.
2 on us. Leaving Scorpion the only player alive against 4. It's a 1v4 point play. Finding 1 on Jorge. Yes, I'm beginning to remember the name. But getting wall banged by Oven there.
I mean,
Unfortunate, but honestly, They panicked. What
point.
we're seeing
Level
is
set
as
until we're home,
our
yes?
players get
Good.
pushed into these clutch positions, we kind of panic a little bit. We won't have that good aim control.
Which I think is mostly just because of who we're competing against. Normally we can pull those plays. We can pull ace, we can pull clutch, we can pull flawless.
But there's a lot more on the line here.
Yeah,
There's a lot of nerves for everybody.
And we've already lost against GFU before, and while we have been working towards that, there is that stigma in our mind that we've already lost to them.
Yeah, and again, that's not can be how things are sometimes, and it's mostly about fighting through it.
Are we in another timeout?
Yeah. Actually, a Vandal requested timeout.
Abandoned Scorpion, right? Okay.
Yeah. Which, makes sense. It's 7-12 right now. We're looking for an opportunity to come back, looking for some a shift in our plan, per se.
Which would be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been doing fairly well, but this is match point, and we don't really want to just give it to them.
I need a drop. Cheers.
Round 20, here we go. How's that weapons lineup looking?
Looking pretty terrifying, actually, for the Vandals anyway. We're going in for a heavy force. Some cheese playing with 50 credits for next. It's not looking too good. Our econ is kind of in the dumpster right now, which is, it makes sense. We've been losing a lot of rounds, and that's what I'm expecting to see at this point. But Sunji's able to quickly find the corner, hit that blind, find one on Jorge, but Ace is quickly able to play for that trade, and Omen ducks away, trying to prevent himself from being taken out as well. We have the rest of the Vandals playing on A site, with the enemy Omen smoking A. So probably meaning that they're going to be committing A, which could be a little rough, but I don't know. Ace found one on Glove. Barrett found that one on the Cypher, I guess.
Taking out
Kiwi finding one, but getting hit by that E Ferris there. Silva coming out of
One
CT,
enemy remaining.
looking for some opportunities to get more kills. Finding that last one on Ace, bringing the score 8-12.
We need
4-point gap once
We've been
again
here for
to
a while.
bring it
I need
into
to drop.
overtime for the Vandals here. It's very, very tense for every round after this. Either Vandals continue taking more points, or, the thing that I don't want to happen happens.
We don't want that to happen. And
Yeah.
you know what? I have confidence in our Vandals that we can keep this up.
Yeah.
We can do this.
Yep.
And
Other
that's
than
what I'm gonna
not
keep
too much
thinking.
confidence.
But
Where
no,
to
I'm
set
gonna
up?
keep
Yes,
thinking
this
it.
should do.
No.
I'm gonna keep thinking it.
You're gonna caster's curse us. I'm telling you, it's real.
At this point, I know it's real. I'm just gonna hope that it's not gonna happen.
Well, we have the enemy Omen smoking Garage, and an interesting play. We have most of the Vandals divvied up among the map pretty evenly. Cypher playing for Silva's trade on C site. Phoenix playing for Breach's trade on B site, but running away back to A. And Omen, who's just in that angle in short there. Nothing is really happening yet. Cypher was able to find one, or not one, was able to detect one, but getting unknowingly taken out by Jorge there. We have GSU holding the Garage and kind of spraying through that wall, which I forget is wall bangable actually. Looking for some damage there, not finding any from TV, who is on the other side of the wall. But most of GFU is on C site when a play that I was not really expecting.
Taking out Jet. Nice job, Kiwi.
Spike
Absolutely.
planted.
Now GFU does have Spike down. It is in kind of troubled waters for the Vandals here. Kiwi finding two. One on Luca, one on Ace, but Oven taking some cheese out. Kiwi is playing at really low health, and it seems like Omen and Cypher are playing with, or no, we're just playing long. I don't know what I was going to say there.
Last player standing.
Omen finding that kill on
Attackers
Blood,
win.
and the enemy Cypher finding that kill on Kiwi. Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
That was
finishing off the game 8-13 in their favor. The first point of the series goes to GFU. An already very close game, as we saw. I'm very curious to see how Game 2 is going to go. I'm not sure where we're going after
Let's
this,
look at
but
I would like to go back to the stats, but I guess not. Okay.
it's okay.
That's all right. But oh no. That's the map I didn't want us to go to.
Ascent?
Yeah.
Ascent's not terrible.
Yeah, but they're really good at Ascent.
We've also practiced Ascent
Yeah, we've
like
practiced,
a lot since then.
but still.
Yeah. The thing that's interesting about Ascent is like it's like if Haven and Breach had a baby and the baby came out with birth defects.
What kind of descriptor is that?
Okay, so you got to think because like Ascent's mid, for example, is a really open space, very similar to how Breach's mid is. But there's also a lot of space that you can play in spawns or in spawn areas in defender or attacker area either. As you know, on A site, lots and lots of different angles for both attacker and defender to play from. And B site's just B site. And for some reason, B site's on the left side for attackers, which is something I'm not used to.
Yeah, I mean,
But also,
That
something is very similar to how Breach works. I think that's. Do I remember that right? Probably not.
I just was caught off guard by your descriptor of Ascent.
See, Ascent. I like Ascent. I like Ascent more than I like a lot of the maps, but I also hate every map equally.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I was an Icebox enjoyer.
Oh?
And during that time, Icebox was not a very liked map, to say the least.
I think it's still not.
No. But at
Yeah.
least it's not in comp queue, so people can't complain about it as much as they used to.
I mean, that would be interesting, though.
Yeah. I, again, still huge Icebox fan. Love Icebox, love Yoru. And I don't know. I enjoy the map. I enjoy the weird B site and A site.
Want to know what I think we would really benefit from having in our next match? So, probably Sage. We would really benefit
Sage is
from
a very good agent for
like
Ascent.
just in general.
Well, it depends on how you look at it, because Sage is actually very good for defense, locking down certain sites with her wall, using her slow orbs to kind of stagger some movement from the enemy team. But they also have that healing ability. There is one other character who has a team healing ability, and that's Skye. And Skye is actually a really good initiator. I think somebody on the team plays Skye. I don't remember who.
It's not Kiwi. It's not Blood.
Is it Ferrix?
No. Is it Abandoned Scorpion?
Maybe.
I
I
think
think I've seen Scorpion play Skye before. As you can tell, as of casters of this game, we know a lot about our team.
Oh yeah,
and,
definitely.
the characters
It's
that
just
they
we
play.
don't usually see Skye played, like on our team at least.
Yeah, that is true. So
We have different mains. Like Kiwi likes KJ and Breach. We have some people that occasionally do Brim, but not usually. Ferrix likes Cypher, obviously. Blood and Abandoned Scorpion. Well, actually, no. Blood usually goes for Omen and not Reyna. Reyna? Yeah, he was Reyna last time. Sorry, I was looking at some games earlier. I believe Blood was MVP one game as Reyna.
Oh.
Yeah.
then I don't know. I'm not huge brain. I would have said that we're taking a break, but we've also been sitting here for a good amount of time, so I don't know if that's gonna happen or not.
Could production tell us?
Well, that's a Wayne thing, and Wayne's talking
Wayne's-
to somebody.
Okay,
Oh,
we
not
will
worth it.
not
can
be
go if
going
you
into
want.
break.
I'm just gonna sit here, stare uncomfortably at the camera.
No, it's all right. Oh, do we want to go back to doing the drawing thing?
I could, but my
No.
brain cannot right now. My brain has enough for this for some reason, but not literally anything else.
I hope you guys don't get tired of our faces too soon. We have
Probably
about
not.
3 more seconds. You guys got this.
We're both excellent looking.
Definitely.
Yeah, totally a perfect way I could have said that. It's funny
And-
to think that now we actually have stream delay working. So
I know that took so long.
I want to vent about this for a little bit.
Okay, go ahead. We have the time.
because oh my god, dealing with that is incredibly annoying. We've been struggling trying to get vMix, our main broadcasting software, to do proper stream delay stuff for a while. It doesn't, because vMix, like Google Chrome, is a memory hog and also hates these computers with like a decent amount of RAM in them. So instead, we used OBS, and we're using OBS's stream delay feature, and it works great. It works better than vMix. Everything is working better than vMix right now. So
That's typical.
I think it would be silly if we became an OBS production team instead of a vMix production team.
But
And
it'd
at
be
least
fun.
that way, I could carry over a lot of my current production knowledge into my job, because I don't know anything about vMix, but I know a lot about OBS.
And that would be useful, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted. Oh, and we do not see the game. That's great.
We're not in yet. Don't worry. We're
Yeah, I
fine.
know.
Oh, never mind. We are in Agent Select already.
Ferrix might be going for KJ. I remember that he has played KJ before. Blood playing Astra with some cheese playing Phoenix. We are
Once again.
liking this. And the Bandit Scorpion going Sova again. And I believe Kiwi might be playing Jet. I've never seen Kiwi play Jet.
Kiwi probably doesn't play Duelist, so it might be a hover pick. I'm not
Yeah.
exactly sure how things are going at the moment, but we have seen Ferrix play KJ before. KJ is a very good Sentinel for Ascent, so, you know, pretty good picks for what's going on.
Oh,
Kiwi locked Jet, which is something I've literally never seen before.
are we
but
trying something new today?
I guess so.
On
Dude,
the-
Kiwi's got a secret weapon or something here, because
Opponents, we have Jet, Sova, KJ, KO, and Omen.
so
I
believe
do
it or
like
not,
seeing
KO is
KO.
actually a really good initiator.
Oh yeah, I know. I was
Especially
just
for Ascent.
I was just
Very
happy.
fun
I like seeing
places
KO.
to throw a knife through.
We
Their
get
molly
this fight
becomes
down.
really useful
That's
in
one
certain
piece of the puzzle.
situations. It's actually like
Plenty
it's
more,
not
but
terrible.
one at
and
a time.
pretty different anyway as to the move that we're going with, which is no initiator. Well, is Sova an initiator?
I believe so. Right?
I think so.
But I'm gonna
He's definitely not a Sentinel, because Sentinels defend. So I think, yeah. I think he's an initiator.
Placing sentry.
I know this game.
Careful.
I swear.
You know it better than I do. Yeah, he is an initiator.
Okay, so that's what I thought. So we're just going with a bit of a different initiator move. As we
Right
can
there.
see, GFU is only going with one duelist and two initiators, which is the move that we tried to go with last game. A lot of
Whoa.
GFU playing that A long area, really checking out, which is really strange.
Spike down
But,
mid.
you know, some more engagement being exchanged. Phoenix taking out KO with their molly, which is
Obscuring
embarrassing,
vision.
to say the least. And the enemy Omen smoking off Catwalk, limiting vision for the Vandals
Watch
here.
your
The
eyes.
issue is that if they push out, they could be taken advantage
there.
of, but it doesn't seem like anyone's
Right
out
there.
just yet, so we'll
I
have
have the
Astra
spike.
slowly walking towards Spike, failing.
Last player
Over.
standing. One enemy.
Oh my
Some
god!
cheese taking out.
You thought you could come
Oh, wow,
again.
okay.
Everybody. Yeah, no, finding ace
Bye,
pistol
Phoenix.
round first
For you
game.
yet?
See, these are the kinds of things that I'm in for.
That was
I'm-
insane.
I'm happy about that.
KJ did get a kill though, or
No.
a few kills. Right? I thought I saw.
Maybe
Oh?
the enemy KJ.
No. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
Some cheese took
took an
ace.
ace there.
That was great.
Yeah.
It was a little intense because
Placing
there was a
sentry.
time where we didn't have the spike and we were
Let's
you know,
start.
practically
that back.
crouch
Take
walking.
that
But hey,
to get it,
sometimes
but-
that's
Right
how
there.
that's how these kinds of rounds work. Now it seems like GFU is mostly planted B, but they did
Revealing
not
area.
find anything, so they will quickly be trying to flame the Vandals from A. We'll have Astra putting some stars down at those kind of basic spots that you'll see stars, one in Hell, one in Door,
Spike
and then,
planted.
Planted.
Alarm bot.
yeah.
Placing swarm
The
grenade.
spike is down. It's currently in GFU's favor as they have more players alive, I guess, at this point. But we're still holding some pretty good angles, waiting for more GFU to push forward. Not really finding anything too yet. We did.
My old
Okay, I
out
said that
Ace.
wrong, but completely taken aback by
Someone's A.
that exchange there. Jorge finding one and Luco finding another with a share. Kind of
Last
those.
player
Oh,
standing.
Sumchi's looking away a little bit too soon. He's not dead yet, but you know what? I've fallen for the
One
same
enemy
thing.
remaining.
It happens. Now we have Astra waiting around for the enemy open. Oh!
A clutch by Blood. Beautiful, beautiful play. That's clippable. Please clip that.
It probably is
Please.
clippable. It's unfortunate that they were unable to stay alive and save their econ. But you know, they were playing things a little bit too close because GFU was taking a little bit too long to move forward.
Honestly, I'm fine with that self-detonation right there. That it worked out for us,
Yeah,
and since we won the round, it didn't hurt our eco too badly.
yeah. So now we're moving into the
I'll show her
round
who's a
2
real
bye
genius is.
instead of the round 3, or not the round.
Hey.
The,
Placing
I meant to mean the round 3 bye instead of the round 3 save. Because usually you would save at this point and try not to go because we're doing this round. This just becomes really like for us to run. We don't have money to do anything. Exactly what I'm talking about. Most of the Vandals have fallen. Some finding one, looking for another
Last
in
player
backside. Ferris
Spike
getting
down,
taken
B.
out by Jorge, and Jorge finding the last one. Some taking the first point for GFU in game 2.
If you're not a good
Yeah,
shot
that
today,
was
don't worry. There
actually,
are other ways to be useful.
Honestly, kind of a chaotic firefight. It could have gone either way. Just who could react faster, who had the better peaks, and it
And
was.
honestly, who had
Here.
the better aim? Because sometimes these fights really
My
just
ult's
boil
not
down
ready.
to, is my crosshair on your head? No, I've lost.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like we're going for that A push again with Kiwi holding the spike. Not
Was that-
an
was
A
that a
push.
sheriff?
Most
Is
of
that
us
a
are
sheriff?
going catwalk. Yes, that is a sheriff.
Hey, I'm learning.
Yeah, there you go.
I got the maps down.
We're
Now
all
I'm going into the guns.
we're all walking through a catwalk.
Why does
Very
this...
exposed area here.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. I see some. Okay.
Some cheese leading.
All right, I see you, man. I see you.
And healing up now.
Using their molly and their wall to heal, getting that double boost heal.
Looks like we're planting.
Down. Placing sentry.
Successful.
I was actually
No charges
very
left.
surprised by how that engagement went. Now we're looking for more GFU players. I'm expecting some long, expecting some playing heaven. That's what KJ's holding that angle for. Ferrix is on his own holding that long. Oh, but Blood gets
Last
taken
player
out
standing.
by She's playing a little bit too exposed, getting taken out by Bulby. Unfortunate, but GFU will be taking another point for this game here.
And we are now tied. I mean, that was a really good start. We just didn't finish strong enough. They
Stay
took back.
taut as a bowstring.
They took back the site.
commences.
Yeah. Which honestly, it was an angle diff. Like there were some areas that we weren't expecting to be able to do. Ferrix again was on his own with a ghost in hell. Not equipped enough for that fight, but you know it's fine now. We have a little bit better econ. Some of us, well, I mean we're going for a force play, but at least we're still able to buy. We're able to give ourselves a fighting chance. Very important to figure out how these next few rounds are going to go as we go for the force. Now, most of us are holding for the A push, but none of us are moving up quite yet. So,
I mean, there's already a smoke, and the map's been blocked off by enemy Omen, so reasonable. There looks like a KJ drone. Or is that a KO drone?
KO doesn't have a drone. It's a Sova drone.
I don't remember as much as I thought I did.
Luco using that Odin, and Jorge finding that ult kill on some cheese. He's still alive though,
Spike
but
down,
Oven
mid.
Coker is finding one on Blood. They're looking to that's not the word I'm looking for. Rotate. There it is. My brain
got the
totally
spike.
works. KO finding that knife on Ferrix, but not really doing anything with it. Some cheese finding one on Sova, looking for another so they can move back on the A site, but Jorge will be taking it
Last
out.
player
The aim is just not where it needs to be for our players today, as Jorge is able to find another one with their ult. It It really sucks about
30
Jet's
seconds
ult.
left.
Oh wait, no, Jet got taken out. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, Jet was taken out by Ferrix almost as soon as they took out
Oh yeah,
our
I completely missed that.
other two.
But with Jet's ult, it's like if you have the precision, if you have the aim, it's very, very brutal.
Yeah.
But
And we are going into a timeout.
yeah, which hey, you know, they took the 2-loss streak timeout. We're taking the 2-loss streak timeout. It can be
That's a
very
3-loss
important.
streak. Yeah.
No, we haven't lost 3 games in a row, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We're going into the 6th game. We won the first 2 rounds. They've won the last 3.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. But okay, yeah, that makes sense. But we're going for that timeout here, as per usual. Looking to re-strategize, looking to find a much better plan as they go into round 6. As you guys can hear, I'm very tired,
Don't
which is
yawn. You're gonna make me yawn.
skill issue. I have a show tomorrow anyway, and I'm gonna be half asleep during the 2 hours runtime, so that's gonna be great.
I wish you luck.
Yeah, I wish myself luck.
Hopefully our Vandals got a little bit of pep talk and we can come back.
At this point, I would imagine that they've been able to devise a new plan,
Love
which
that
is
fan.
interesting. I've seen this kind of play before, where you have the KJ kind of play separate away from the rest of the
Right
team.
here.
Usually a defender-sided play, usually a play that I've seen on Lotus, where you'll have your KJ set up C, kind of just hold until they find any info. But this is kind of that, but different. We have Jorge playing with an op, which is a really interesting move. Got that one-trick jet op Tony. I mean, it's not to dismiss Jorge's skill at all. They are a very good player.
Spike down mid.
And they just keep finding shot after shot. People just keep walking into him. It's not looking good. And Jorge's still playing behind Kiwi, so we're kind of just waiting to see how this round finishes out. The spike is still out catwalk, but Ace has the angle advantage, able to take out Jet as they peek out of tree.
That was
Everybody
almost
gathering
Jet Ace.
around Jet. That was strange. But yeah, no, the Jorge found a 3K during that round there, which looks really nice for him. He's going 10-4 right now. But we're still holding up a pretty good fight. It's still 2-4 in George Fox's favor. And as we continue to defend and look for other opportunities to play weird plays and throw them off, most of our team will be playing mid. We'll have 2 catwalk, 2 entering mid from Arches, and
Standing
Phoenix
ahead.
following behind, holding the site. A strange play to kind of go for if you're playing attacker, but it seems like the play was to move on to A site, and it seems like they'll be doing that successfully with Scorpion finding a kill on Omen.
Walking right into a flash.
Unfortunately, absolutely. But Suncheese will be taking that risk, playing against somebody. I didn't see yet. But oh my god, things are happening. KJ finding a couple kills on our Vandals here. Jorge almost finding a kill on Suncheese, but not quite. And now we'll see him moving towards Hell as the spike is planted, and we kind of simply wait for more things to happen. So, oh my god!
Cheese taking out 2 of our.
Oh!
And
And
Blood
Blood finding a kill blinded on the enemy KO. That is crazy. That was also teabagging. But
Things to do.
actually, there's no one.
No,
that was
no,
just
that
straight teabagging.
No, he was picking up the weapon.
It was close enough to his body to be considered on his body, and he also shot the ground. All right, listen. I can't be holding a double standard. I don't want them to get mad at me.
Here,
Okay, let's move on.
right there.
What?
You're also yelling.
About there.
Okay, we are almost
need to
full
stop.
buys here
Revealing area.
into the 8th round.
Going for that A or B main wallbang with the Odin there, being played by who's playing Odin right now?
Can we
Oh, it's
pull
not
up
even
chat?
it's not even Odin. It's Sova, which I totally knew that.
Definitely.
Yeah, but we have most of the Vandals kind of playing back towards spawn,
Oh, yeah, it
looking
looks
to
like
play
we're
more
rotating.
towards A. A long. Most of our players over here getting ready to do that A push. Meanwhile, Kiwi's still holding down B site. We're seeing some good engagement from the Vandals here, and Astra using the perfect ult to block off Heaven, blocking off GFU's vision. Very good play from the Vandals here as we wait for more of GFU to make some engagement, make some noise on to A site. But we haven't heard anything yet.
The firewall. Wow.
Yeah, they're trying to shoot through it, not finding anything, unfortunately. Now, Bolby finding the first kill for GFU in this round on... I don't remember. I missed it. But we found another. Though. Yeah, it was a trade. Finding another on GFU. KO and KJ are the last players remaining on GFU. They were going for the save play as they were hiding in spawn. It's not worth doing this peek here as one of them's playing off. So, yeah. See,
guys, back up.
Guys, that was not worth it.
Okay.
It was not worth it. It was not worth it.
That was pushing a little too much. We had the win in the bag. Just leave it alone.
They were playing a little bit too dangerous, which happens. You know, we get a little bit too cocky sometimes, a little bit overconfident, but even then we were still able to take the round. It's 4-4 now.
We are tied up, and that is good news because now we can start pushing forward. Fine, I'll give in to the caster's curse this time. Usually,
you can't be too optimistic. You gotta play for both sides here.
You know, that one round they did well with checking corners. They've gone downhill from there.
But we have 3 ults on either side, with Jet using their ult in A, even though they're not pushing yet, and they're kind of just waiting to play. And KJ's ulting, even though Spike isn't over here.
You are powerless.
And then KO's ulting, which means they're nearby, literally over at CT. Very confused by whatever the play was supposed to be here. And now the enemy KJ is using their ults.
What?
Weird stuff happened in this round, but it's still 3-3. It's still pretty even. Jorge finding another on Kiwi, though. Oh!
That almost went very well.
A trade for GFU.
It is now
Astra, the last player alive, but getting bombed down, so maybe it was a bait play that I just missed and didn't call out.
Yeah, Spike is down, but I don't know if it was a great trade.
The aim diff. Their crosshair was a little bit too far to the left, and KJ was able to take out Astra, which maybe was a nerves thing, but...
Who knows? I mean, they got the defuse. It is now 4-5. We have to play catch-up again.
With our econ not looking too great, only having just enough to really force for this round. I'm not really sure what most of our players are going to do, but we already see Blood buying a Vandal in full shield. We already see some Cheese buying a Vandal in light shield, and some of their util across the board. Something I missed is that
we have
Ferrex
Sheriff
and Kiwi buying lighter guns, Ferrex using a Ghost, and Kiwi using a Spectre, hopefully just looking for some opportunities to pick some players off. Ferrex playing up in front, which is interesting. But I'm not going to question it. Some Cheese is leading the team through mid, doing a weird peek with no gun out to, I don't know, look for people, I guess.
Take flight.
And we're
seeing some engagement from mid-market area. Not much is happening too hard anyway. The rest of the Vandals are pushing them market. Finding a long-winded kill on the Omen there. Looking for some more players who might be nearby. Sova is holding this area in mid for someone who's playing in their spawn. And
flash by Phoenix, I believe.
Yeah, Bolby finding one on Ferrex here. Getting flashed by KO. It's a really weird matchup right now as we keep fighting for CT.
30 seconds left.
Oh, no.
Oh, Luco finding another. It's 2-2 even. They gotta play this super careful, play for angles. They were able to find one, and with the long spray, Blood finds another on Luco. The score is 5-5. Once again, it's tied up between GFU as we approach 2 rounds before the end of the half.
Nice job by Blood as they take the last 2 shots on both of our opponents. And honestly won us the round. It was really close there. Sova could have easily gotten it. I was nervous. I was just a little bit nervous. It's okay. It's okay. We're tied up now. This is fine.
Get out
I'm
of
not
my way.
panicking whatsoever.
We're going for the A push. The enemy Omen is smoking Catwalk behind them, kind of limiting their movement a little bit. But, you know, the rest of the team is still committing A. We're seeing some stars in heaven, seeing probably another star in 4 once we turn the corner. Yes. And most of GFU isn't on site, meaning that the Vandals are free to take this for now. We're able to get Spike down, wait for more players. We have a lot of GFU playing from flank and some bad positioning. Goldie's able to find one. Scorpion and Bear is going to quickly trade off, getting one on Goldie. Subchi's finding 2, one on Lucas, Luco, and one on Ace. Leaving the last player standing, Omen, on the enemy team, who's playing in heaven at a pretty vulnerable position, to say the least, in a 1v4 situation. They're trying to distance themselves, finding an opportunity to
Possibly going back to spawn.
yeah,
would
or
be
running
fun.
away to another site. I don't know. It seems like they're playing mid, as that's where Omen just dropped dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
found him.
Charges.
And Ferrex will be chasing them, full run at them. And the spike was detonated, and Ferrex is able to get that final kill on Omen. It's 6-5 now, the last round before the half.
This is kind of how our last round against GFU went the last time we played them. The constant ties, the tension, this
And
is deja vu.
Subcheese is going crazy for the Vandals. They're absolutely carrying his team. And not to say that the other Vandals aren't putting in their fair share of
look
work,
at those assists.
but the 12-point gap between him and Ferrex is absolutely insane.
Think you'll get to 40?
Yeah, we'll see it this game, for sure. We'll see the
see it.
40K.
Yeah, that's what
He's
we're
going to
going
ace right
for.
now. Watch him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be perfect.
But we have Astra ult as some of our players look towards B, other of our players, especially the spike holder, Sova, playing at Catwalk. I'm not really sure what the move is and why we keep having the spike holder play so far away from our objective site. But again, I'm not really going to question it. I'm just going to let things play out. We're starring off CT, getting some more smokes in market, just trying to make sure we aren't picked off from any unfortunate angles once again. We aren't seeing anybody push up yet, and we don't see Spike on yet, even though we have stars down. Why? Because Sova was in mid and had the Spike. Will be
that's
found
great.
hiding in B backside, which was not too good. Oh, for the Vandals, but Kiwi finds a very quick headshot on Luco there. It's 2-3 right now with Jet and KJ versus
30
Omen
seconds
Taylor.
left.
Jet. Now, Omen does have that ult. Maybe using it, maybe not. Not sure how that's going to go. They could use it to teleport and find some info on their
Last
locations.
player standing.
But it doesn't seem like they're going to need it as Omen finds another on Kiwi, and Ferrex uses their op a lot of unlucky shots there. And yeah, more panic. It wasn't a great util usage.
Switching
One had
sides.
op, one.
And you used the Astra ult so early and in such an odd placement.
Yeah, and then with Sova playing in mid and nobody really playing together, I'm just really confused as to like what the goal was for that round. But the half is over. It's 6-6. We're still in game 2 as we enter round 13 against George Fox University for our finals game in NACE Varsity Plus League.
Yes. Or is it Premier Plus?
No, it's
It's
Varsity.
Varsity? Okay.
Because Premier has prize money, and that's would also be a huge deal.
Don't overthink it. That's my job.
But anyway, we are starting as defenders now. I'm sorry, we're going as defenders now. We're not starting. But
Scanning
with
ahead.
some of our team planted B, and more of our team rotating to catch up. Now, Ferrex is going to find one on Bulby, but Omen was going to quickly trade and find one on Kiwi. It's still pretty even in terms of players alive right now. And it seems like they were able to get on B pretty easily, take site, and now we're just playing right behind them. Almost exactly like that Valorant exercise, I think is what I want to call it, where you practice defending the site. Luco finding one on Ferrex, George finding one on Scorpion.
Whoa!
Oh my god! Sumcheese finding a quick 2 despite standing right in front of Omen for like 5 million years. There's one more in backside who was taken out by Luco. The score is 6-7, and GFU will take that pistol round.
That was... I'm reminded of so many moments with Sumcheese with just that one instance. Him coming out of a smoke right next to an opponent, turning around, they're both practically looking at each other.
And he just like doesn't do anything for like, let me get this guy first.
Like, oh, you're there. Bam.
It's comedy gold every time, I tell ya.
I want like a compilation clip of all of those moments. Just Sumcheese popping out of a smoke, staring at the opponent, and then deciding, oh yeah, I have to shoot you.
It's like, I can let you live. Doesn't matter though. We have the enemies smoking mid, so they could be either A or B. Not really sure how things are going to be yet.
Whoa.
But we find our first engagement. It looks like in mid arches? I think that no, it's just doors. It's just mid doors. But that I think might mean that the rest of GFU is playing on A. We have Silva trying to continue doing more jump peeks for more info, but not finding anything. The issue that I'm kind of concerned with is that most of our team has pistols, and you know, as we saw with George Fox this round, most of them have bulldogs, which definitely is better in classic. You know, Luco and Jorge finding pretty much all of the kills for George Fox during this round. It's tense, and Kiwi and KJ are the Kiwi. Well, yeah, I mean, that's true, yeah. Jet and KJ are the last players alive, but with Jorge finding that shot on Kiwi with the Bulldog, it might not go well for Ferrex here, which, hey, maybe they will be able to learn from this. Maybe they will be able to force second round next time to give themselves a bit of an advantage. But right now, they don't really have the opportunity to do that. Because Ferrex playing in a too exposed angle.
He was able to dodge the flash, though.
Yeah, but he was a little bit too exposed, getting taken out by that KO, leaving the score 6-8 in George Fox's favor. The Vandals haven't won a match, or not a match, but a round in this half yet, but I'm sure that will change soon. We're kind of still waiting for some more movement. As we can see, Sumcheese is still not only dominating the leaderboard, but dominating the Vandal team with 22 kills and 5 deaths. Probably the best KD in the entire game so far.
I mean, yeah, even compared to GFU. I mean, their top players have less kills and more deaths.
Spike down B.
Oh, Ferrex.
Oh, Ferrex finding that one on Jorge that I was very nervous about, but Luco is going to take them out with the Bulldog, letting George Fox get onto B side, but Scorpion hiding in backside with an Odin is able to take Luco out. Unfortunate death, but good for us anyway. Oh, Scorpion finding one through the box, and Sumcheese holding backside, looking for an opportunity to take out. Wait, what? Oh, Blood was alive. I was like, what? What happened? Did he kill him with the Blood?
No, I saw Sumcheese just pass by, throw the blind, keep going, and I was just like,
are you not going to play it?
What?
And I was like, what's happening? And then Blood killed him. I was like, oh.
That's a great play.
Yeah.
I wish I could see into their mind so I could just, like,
what's going on up there is all I've got to say. Also, I called the KDA wrong for Sumcheese because I've been playing too much Overwatch.
It is 22-11.
Sumcheese is 22-11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with 6 assists.
Yeah, I mean, one more death. one more death from their top. That's insane.
Some cheese is going awesome for these rounds. Then we have Scorpion, who's playing a little bit up in B main, but has dived back as we find a little bit of engagement mid as we see. Oh! Some cheese finding one, but quickly getting taken out by Ace.
I think he found all 5.
Well, he found a kill. Not finding the team members, but he found a kill and quickly got taken out by, I think it was Ace there. And now we have most of GFU's positioning. Not really sure where else they are, but we do have their enemy Omen smoking arches. So, they can't see anymore. Now, Scorpion is holding this angle in tree, and with KO knifing, I think they're going to find out that he's there. He didn't duck back when KO hit that blind. It just kept shooting. And Blood found one on KJ. Luco taking out Blood. However, the player count is still relatively even, and Kiwi getting shot in the back there. From somebody, obviously. I can't really see who. But we have Scorpion taking a kill on Oven there. Ah, unlucky for Ferrix.
That just, honestly, if he just aimed a little bit more or changed.
Everyone makes fun.
Well, I mean, Frenzy is not a great gun for that kind of distance. But it seems like most of our econ is fine enough so that we can quote-unquote full buy. We're seeing some cheese go with the full buy kind of situation, but we're seeing Ferrix go with the Vandal and the light armor. We're seeing Scorpion go with the full buy situation, and Kiwi going with the Vandal and the light armor. It doesn't seem like Scorpion is really doing anything. Or not Scorpion, Blood, I meant. Who's just keeping that pistol and light shield and kind of just looking for pecs. Which is still a really decent play. But who knows how that's going to turn out. Now we have some cheese playing A main and quickly retreating back in the tree through Omen smoke. Some good defense, but Omen using their ult to try and see where they can commit to. Oh, there were some angles I was not expecting with Omen on top of that box, getting a couple kills, and Ace falling in suit onto site. I'm
That was
a little,
unfortunate.
yeah, I'm a little scared here if I'm being honest.
That wasn't. Oh.
But we have Kiwi slowly playing in A main, and Sova trying to figure out what else he could do, even though I don't know. I was gonna say something there, and then I passed out for 2 seconds. So no more words from me anyway. But we still have Kiwi holding A main, not really taking the chance on it. Gonna save for now, which will help their eco. Definitely very needed across the entire team. And the only downside about that anyway is that it's gonna be a little harder for the Vandals to come back. You know, the point lead is now 3 points apart in GFU's favor, so it might become a little difficult for us to keep going at the same pace that we're going. But with that in mind, Some Cheese has ordered for a timeout as they talk to the team and try and you know, do normal timeout stuff, reorganize their strategy, figure out how they're going to wipe or non-ammods. What?
I'm not seeing anything. But we are going to probably re-strategize here as defenders. We don't want them to keep increasing that point range. I mean...
Parker, can you do me a favor? Can you go to the mini fridge and get me a coffee?
I don't think we have any more coffee.
If there is any more. Thank you, Parker.
But, we're definitely going to need some recalibration here.
I did that thing where I passed out again, and I lost my train of thought, the moment I opened my eyes.
I think you need some water instead.
No, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't explain, but I had a project that was due on Tuesday that I stayed up until 10:30 in the morning working on.
Those are pussy numbers. Yeah, that's a light work for you. I think you're only getting water. You ever done a 48-hour? No, that's what
Yes.
No. Not yet.
You don't want to, don't do it.
No.
It's not worth the cred. It's not worth
That
it.
sucks.
There's tea, Gatorade, eggnog, and water.
I kind of want some more
Eggnog.
eggnog.
I refuse to drink Monster. At least that Monster Classic, I'm glad it's gone now. But anyways, we're moving on into round 18 here.
It's really easy when one person has 10 points.
Yeah.
I just wish it was us.
Yeah.
Sorry, a little bit of cynicism there.
Yeah.
And we are primarily on, I guess we're spread out, but I feel like they're going to go A site, but that's just a feeling of mine. I'm possibly wrong.
Yeah. Still
here
not
we
really
are.
sure what's going on, but we do have Ferrex planted at A site with their normal setup. Sova.
Targets
Oh,
destroyed.
Oh, hey, I was right. They were
Yeah.
gonna push A site.
Bomb grenade out.
Ferrex. Yeah, not in a good position. Playing with a classic, obviously trying to save their econ. Kiwi is playing Catwalk near tree for some reason.
Spike
On site
planted.
already. Getting that spike down. Astra holding the door open, essentially. Looking for some more kills. Blood and Scorpion finding 3 total, I guess. Yeah.
And Blood taking another.
Now KJ is playing offside alongside Soba, who is playing with their ult exactly like I was going to expect, but we were able to get half despite... unlucky.
We pushed
Getting
too
caught
hard.
in the edge of that dart there. They would have had it, but we tried to clear for the KJ. Didn't work out. It's really close now. 7-11 once again in GFU's favor. We're entering round 19. I'm hoping that we can pick it up,
This
pick it up
is
the
round
speed.
18.
19.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
You take the score and then you add one. And that's how I count. Yep, I learned to math.
Yeah, but we pushed way too hard. We should have... We knew that the ult was there. We knew where it was aimed at. We saw that one of ours had gone down from it, and we had already halfway defused. We should have waited until the ult was finished. We would have had time. But anyway.
You know, but I think at some points they play like super aggressive, both GFU and the Vandals here. As you know, they quickly pushed on the site the moment they had the opportunity. KJ was holding for the flank, getting some good damage out on Kiwi, but not immediately finding her, allowing them to take that. Now there's one in Cubby that they weren't looking for, and Luco unfortunately gets wallbanged, or wallbang some cheese out of market. This is
Match point.
terrifying. It's 7-12 in GFU's favor. Keep in mind that we're in game 2, so if GFU takes this game, that will be it.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at right now, everybody. This is match point for the entire tournament. This is finals. This is going to determine whether or not we go in second place.
Yeah, division champion or not.
But you know what? This is our first year.
We've made it pretty far, making it into this random-ass school just in this league and making it into the finals, I think is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, solid start.
Some cheese is sitting right in front of our Sova's ult there, taking some damage. Oh, finding one in spawn. Blood finding one of his own. But Bulby taking out Scorpion, leaving the matchup 4-3. Now, but all of our Vandals are kind of spread out. And if GFU is positioned well, it could not be well.
But it's still 2-2. We both
yeah,
have
it's
KJs.
still even. Oh, some cheese finding one. But Omen coming with that blind, not pushing on some cheese just yet, not taking advantage of it when it was there. But Ferrex found Oven in the back there, taking a kill off of him.
And we take that round, making this 8-12. We still have to keep this up for another 4 rounds, everyone. That means that we need to win every single round from now to get an OT, and from there we need to win 2 more in a row. That's what we're looking at right now.
Placing alarm bot.
Very, very tough matchup
Oh my
between
gosh.
all of the teams, actually.
We might get
And the econ is looking scarce, to say the
on our
least.
side, at least.
On our side. No. Well, yeah, on our side, you know, GFU's in a very comfortable position with their economy, but, you know, that doesn't really mean anything for us. We were able to force, and now we're just looking for an opportunity to seize our investment. Now, we have 3 planted at mid because we've noticed at this point that they like to play mid a lot, but we're seeing Shock Dart A, we're seeing Omen smoke A. We know that it's A now, and Ferris is going to be using that ult to get GFU off of the site, but Omen is going to be ulting to try and find some information of their own.
Oh,
Now, Sumchi's finds one on KJ, and Astra ults off A site. We have Spike, we didn't find any with the Killjoy, but it's fine. We're still doing fine. Blood finds one on the enemy Omen there. It's still a 4-3 matchup. Phoenix waiting to use their ult. Not yet. Getting shot in the back by KJ, but finding one on Jorge. It's still in the Vandals' favor. We're still looking for some more kills, obviously. Blood finding another on Luco. Looking for KJ, who's playing long right there. They send their swarm out, and Ferrex!
Ferrex did a great job.
Some KJ on KJ action, taking another point for the Vandals. 9-12.
KJ had 12 HP left. 12.
Thanks.
That's how close that was. That's 2 rounds. We need, remember, 3 more to tie. Okay? We got this.
I'm very surprised we might see some hit the 30K.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
I was
well,
like, wow.
30K isn't that bad for him.
Against GFU.
Against GFU is very impressive, but in general,
bad.
But he had his ult.
Okay. But Blood finding the first actual kill for the Vandals here, but quickly being taken out by Jorge using the Stinger. It seems like GFU is going to be playing a little bit more aggressive, something that we aren't entirely prepared for, but Sumchis is able to find one on Sova, and looking for some more. You know,
And
we
we
have
see
that
another.
dart going in the B main, but we have most of GFU playing closer towards spawn. We're not exactly sure what's going on yet. Maybe they're going to rotate through spawn. Maybe they're going for the fake rotate, and they're planning on pushing back towards B. It doesn't matter. We are ready. We have most of the Vandals split up evenly across the map, and now we're kind of just looking for some angles that they aren't looking for or looking at, I guess is the better way to put it.
Planting a recon bolt and getting taken out by Oven Cooker.
Unfortunate, but we know that they're playing
Oh.
at main, and Sumchi's finding one!
But
Boomy finding that trade there. It's 2-2 now. They're moving on to B site.
And it's the same setup.
Jet versus KJ on both sides here.
That's
Not exactly
great.
sure what's going on, but we have Kiwi playing close with KJ playing close behind her. Oh no! Oh!
And that is
Devastating.
So,
With an unfortunate final round in GFU's favor, the game will end 9-13, and with that, that will be the end of our season here.
yeah, 8-13 for the first game, 9-13 for the second. We put up a vicious fight. Look at that. Sumchi still takes top overall, and we did really well, I think. They played amazing. They had aggressive plays. They knew their characters. They were simply a great team. And once again, they're the only ones that have beaten us.
In the finals.
No, we only lost once.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true, huh? I remember
Yeah,
in,
this is
like,
the-
main season. I'm smart. I know things.
So, great to see this gameplay again. Just seeing our Vandals push to their limits is amazing.
Definitely a hard loss, but
Yeah, I'm trying not
very,
to think about that.
very well played game. We put up a very good fight, and hey,
We can do better.
it's not like anything was really on the line with this.
That's true.
So
We can
hey,
always
we lost
come
a
back.
conference, but we still ended up second place, which is incredibly impressive for a team out of literally nowhere. It's like our first year kind of playing in most of these conferences and doing this well out of absolutely nowhere. Very fun to see, at least for me anyway. So I take my own win.
I greatly enjoyed that, but unfortunately we will not be having an interview tonight. So I guess this is it.
Yeah.
For the Valorant season of fall.
Yeah, it is fall. Well, it's winter now.
Oh, yeah. I always think of months linearly, and I like divide them up. So like, it makes sense in my head,
Yeah.
but I know it's not right.
But yeah, that's not over though. I mean, our entire season isn't over. We still have one last playoff games. Smash
No.
Ultimate.
It's not a playoff game.
Yes,
It's
it is.
grand finals.
It's still a playoff. We're in the playoffs. The finals are the playoffs. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. There's a difference. It is the grand finals.
Okay, well, yeah.
We already did the playoffs.
Whatever. I'm
Playoffs is-
tired. Don't get mad at me. I'm sensitive.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'll make sure not to yell. Yes. So have a good night. Make sure to check in with us during our Smash Bros tournament tomorrow against SAIT.
I don't have any closing words. Just
Just good
bye.
night.
Take care of yourself.